Hello everybody. This short video is going to be on multiplying a 4-digit number by a 2-digit number. And I have the steps listed out here. And we're just going to do some examples, 3 examples, okay? So, start off with this example. I'm going to say 1,234 multiplied by 31. Okay? Now, this is actually called a moving multiplier method because we're going to see this 31 get shifted. But let's follow the steps. So step 1 is going to involve multiplying the left 2 numbers, 1 times 3. That's just going to be 3. Okay? Step 2 is going to involve the sum of these cross products. So we're going left to right, by the way. 1 times 1 plus 2 times 3, right? 1 times 1 plus 2 times 3. 1 plus 6 is 7. Okay, and now in step 3, you can see the 31 got shifted over 1 space to the right, so it's really 3, 1. So we can look here to start. 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 1 is 11, so 11 should go here, but how would we do that over here? Well, I recommend you would, because the 31 got shifted over 1 space, I recommend you cover 1 number from the left, and that way you could do 3 times 3 plus 2 times 1, okay? This times this plus this times this. Okay, in step 4, you can see we shifted over the 31 2 spaces, so we have 3 times 1 plus 4 times 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12, 3 plus 12 is 15. Okay, how would I do that here? I recommend you cover up 2 numbers, okay? And that way we could do 4 times 3 plus 3 times 1, right? 4 times 3 plus 3 times 1, okay? And last step, right number times the right number, 4 times 1 is just 4. Okay, now how do we put our answer together? We're going to go right to left, we're going to keep the units digit, carry the tens digit. So I'm going to keep the 4 here, keep the 5 here, but since there's a 1, I have to carry it over here. 11 plus 1 is 12. So write 2, carry the 1 here. 7 plus 1 is 8, and then I'm going to just keep the 3. So 38,254, okay? So I'm going to leave these steps on the board, but I'm going to change the numbers up for example 2, so the process will be the same, but the numbers may not match exactly, okay? All right, I've got to erase this before we go to example 2. You can always pause the video if you need to, that's perfectly okay. Alright, now we're at example 2. So we're going to keep the numbers make the numbers a little bit bigger now. So 3,621 times, let's make it 84. Okay? So step 1, left times left. 3 times 8, 24. Step 2, the sum of these cross products. 3 times 4 is 12. 6 times 8 is 48. 12 plus 48 is 60. Okay? Now, these numbers don't match, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up the 3 and say 2 times 8 plus 6 times 4. 2 times 8 is 16. 6 times 4 is 24. 16 plus 24 is 40. Okay? Now, I'm going to cover up one more number and do the same thing. Okay, so you should notice that we do some of the cross products shift. Some of the cross products shift until we're at the end. So, 1 times 8 plus 2 times 4. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. And the last step is the right 2 digits on the top and the bottom. You multiply them. So 1 times 4 is just 4. Putting our answer from right to left, keep the units digit, carry the tens digit. Keep the 4, keep the 6, carry the 1. 40 plus 1 is 41, so I'm going to keep the 1, carry the 4. 60 plus 4 is 64. Keep the 4, carry the 6, and then 24 plus 6 is 30. So at the last step, we do actually just write the 2 numbers together, okay? We don't, nothing else to carry. So final answer, oh, whoops, wrong comma here. So final answer, 304,164. Okay? So be careful with your commas, okay? You actually want to go from the right. Every 3 digits you put a comma, okay? So we're going to close out with one last example with some big numbers, so there's going to be a lot more carries, okay? But I hope this idea is clear. You can always refer to these steps, okay? Example 3, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's make the numbers a little bigger now, more carries. 9,000, 867, I want to make all the numbers over 5, so there's more carries, times 87. Okay, so same process. That's what's great about this technique. It works in general. 9 times 8, 72. Sum of these cross products is the next step. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 times 7 is 63. 64 plus 63 is 127, so 127. Now I'm going to cover up and find the sum of these cross products. So 6 times 8 plus 8 times 7. 6 times 8 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. 48 plus 56 is 104. Okay, now I'm going to cover up 2 numbers from the left and find the sum of these cross products. 7 times 8 plus 6 times 7. 7 times 8 is 56. 6 times 7 is 42. 56 plus 42 is 98. And the last step is just the right times the right at the top and the bottom. So 7 times 7 is 49. Okay? Keep the units digit, carry the tens digit. Keep the 9, carry the 4. What's 98 plus 4? 102. So keep the 2, carry the 10. What's 104 plus 10? 114. Keep the 4, carry the 11. What's 127 plus 11? That's 138. So I'm going to keep the 8, carry the 13. 72 plus 13 is 85. Okay? So 858,429. Okay? Once you practice this method, it's a lot faster, it saves a lot of room, and some people can even do this mentally using this process. They just do this carrying in their head and they keep track of these numbers in their head, okay? So I hope everything's clear. Good job. And we're going to continue on next time to a 5-digit by a 2-digit number, okay?